In this episode, I'm going to share with you 10 ways high achievers stay in shape whilst running a business. I've been very blessed the last decade in particular to work with and be connected to some insane high achievers who seem to really have their shit together across every single aspect of life. Not perfect by any means, but they're in shape, they've got a great business, and they seem to have a very harmonious personal life with their family and in their relationships. So in this episode, I'm going to share with you 10 ways they do this, even though they've got a lot on. I'm just going to chop through them like I did in the last episode in less than 10 minutes to protect your time. So I'm not going to go into too much context, but I think there's going to be a lot of value in this if you are someone who struggles to stay in shape whilst running a business. Number one, training is scheduled like meetings. It's a non-negotiable. It's a priority. It's not an afterthought. It's scheduled like a business appointment to themselves, period. Number two, they use food as fuel, not as a reward or an emotional crutch. Poor performers eat shit to make themselves happy or to fill a void. And there's zero judgment because I think we've all done this. But high performers look at food as fuel. High performers look at food as fuel. It's an investment in the energy you wish to live with and operate with. Number three, they don't find time for movement. It's baked into their day. It's weaved in no matter what, whether it's a long walk or whether it's small bite-sized 5-minute chunks of movement throughout the day. It's not reactive, it's proactive. Just like workouts, it's factored in. It's not an afterthought. Number four, this is something I think would help a lot of people who struggle with their food in particular. And you might be listening to this thinking, yeah, I travel a lot. I have a lot of client meetings. Okay. But I still think you can build up a library of the best choices in whatever situation you're in. This is what we help our clients with. But number four is they avoid decision fatigue. As much as possible, they factor in the same meals, the same training slots, and no wasted thought. They don't waste bandwidth on things that shouldn't waste bandwidth. Everyone only has 100% willpower and bandwidth at the start of the day. I don't care who you are. So don't waste time on things that shouldn't be wasting time, or more specifically, energy. Number five, control their alcohol intake. It's not cut out, it's simply controlled. Many of my clients drink, but the best clients are proactive and not reactive, just like with food, with their alcohol intake. I have a rule, and many clients follow this rule when it comes to alcohol. Is the company, the occasion, the experience worth it? And have you proactively, consciously made the decision to drink, or is it something you're doing because you're stressed and you're avoiding making a certain decision, right? Often people who overdrink, and I've done this too, so there's no judgment, it's because they are reactive, they're stressed, they're not happy, and they're not solving the problem or the specific thing that's making them unhappy. Number six, they travel with a plan. Workouts and nutrition are dialed in before their departure. They know what they're going to do in a gym if they're in a hotel. They know what restaurants they're going to be eating at. They know what they're going to be eating off the menus in advance and at the hotels, and in any situation where it's a new environment with new choices. Of course, we help them with this and are extremely hands-on in modifying anything or guiding our clients and what to do, certainly when it comes to food. But even the people I've not worked with that are in shape, they do the same. Number 7, they focus on protein, hydration, and real food micronutrients, not fad diets that are bullshit and that don't last. Generally speaking, if you tried a diet or you're currently on a diet with a name on it, it's as good as broken. Unless you can see yourself sticking to that for 52 weeks of the year, it will not work. High achievers that I coach and that I know keep things simple. Every time they consume food or liquid, it's literally protein, hydration, and real food macronutrients. 8, true high achievers eliminate all or nothing thinking and look at every opportunity as an opportunity to win. They're consistently progressing and consistently on it rather than inconsistently trying to be perfect. All or nothing, as I've said many times before, does not work. Either average at what you do, not what you do every now and then. So do what these high achievers do, eliminate all or nothing thinking. If it hasn't cost you already, it will in the future in some way, certainly when it comes to your health. Number 9, high achievers I work with, they use stress as fuel. All of us feel stress, but the best high achievers reframe the meaning of the word stressed as an opportunity to get better or pivot their decision or transfer their emotion to something which is positive and uplifting and not going to put them in a negative state, which often leads to a shitty decision. And for many people, when they're stressed, they use it as a fuel to move and train better. That's why training is so important for these guys and women. All of us feel stress. Let's not sugarcoat it. I do every single week at some point. But the difference between an average performer and a high performer is that feeling of stress. The lag time of feeling stressed and removing stress is shorter in a high performer versus someone who is not a high performer and a talker, someone who buries their head in the sand. How quickly can you change the feeling of stress to an opportunity to change your state by doing something positive, like moving or training or simply making a positive decision that's going to change how you feel? Lastly, high achievers that I work with, that I know, they get around others who operate at this level. Because positive energy is infectious and contagious. So if you're struggling to stay in shape, certainly around the demands of business, have a look at who you're spending time with. If you want to be in shape around business, but you're not around people who are in shape whilst running a business, you're relying on hope as a strategy to stay consistent. And I'm yet to see hope really work for someone over an extended period of time. If you want predictability with your behavior, with your habits, surround yourself with like-minded people and watch the difference. As promised, that was 10 in under 10 minutes. I would love to know what your biggest takeaways are. And as always, if you're looking for hands-on help from a team, a service, and a community that's going to shift your standards and your way of thinking and your habits around health, confidence, and performance forever, that's what Built to Last does, and it's who we are, and we can help you. See you next time.